to talk about. I think every day we may want to talk about grammar to some little, some little part of our day. We'll talk about grammar. Okay, and I don't know if I'll use the book, but I looked up some things. Yesterday we were talking about the word be, when to use be in a sentence. Okay. I was looking for a rule, an English grammar rule with the word be, and there is no rule. I'm still looking for a rule. I did not find one, but I found some things that will help us make it easy to know when to add the word be to a sentence. Okay. The one article that I found in this example, and there may be more examples out there that I did not find, but the article said there is no rule. Okay, no rule. When to add the word be to a sentence. Okay. And that's not the first time that I found researching a word, adding it to a sentence. That's not the first time I found that there's no rule. It's something that what's that?
In natural English, when
natural English?
Yeah. I want to be, I like to be,
Yes.
I don't know the rule. Just,
Well, what you said is correct. Okay. I want to be, I would like to be, she will, yeah, I will be. Yes. I actually made a few examples that I found. Okay. So while I'm turning my computer on, while I'm turning my computer on, somebody tell me about what they were thinking. I didn't forget. I'm enforcing. Okay.
this morning, I walked into the temple.
Okay.
I think about my watch. I found my watch on the floor and it doesn't work now.
Okay.
Just like that.
So as when it happened, when you dropped your watch, you were thinking in English that's my watch. You were using the English word watch, right? It dropped, it fell, it's not working. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking everybody to do. And it's only one time out of your day, okay? Just one time, so that we create a habit every day to think in English, okay? How about you? What did you think of? Either yesterday or today?
Today, I wake up in the morning on my own.
Okay. Did you think that when you woke up?
On my own.
Okay, so you said that to yourself. I woke up on my own. Yes. Okay. How about you? Did you think?
Today, I wake up and I Yeah. I work hard.
พูดภาษาอังกฤษไม่ได้
and I come to school.
Did you think that? Okay. Okay. What did you think?
Me?
Yeah, you were here
When I
yesterday.
take a bus, the driver, I think about the driver.
Okay.
He drive so too fast, and he drive through the side.
He did the sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but now, when the other car drive,
He cut in front of the car. Mhm.
yes.
He cut in front of the car. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And did people notice how easy that was to explain? Did you notice yours were very easy to explain because you thought of it, right? Your conversation, okay? Your conversation was very good. It was, you were not stopping to think of many words, right? Because you were already thinking like that. I noticed when, with your stories, okay, that you were thinking in English, because when you're telling me the story, you were very fluent.
because I think too much that's my problem. Think everything.
That's not a problem. It could be a problem.
And sometimes I confuse. What?
Well, it could be, but not always. Mhm. Okay? So, did you notice that it was easier for you to tell me the story? Did you notice it was a little easier for you to tell me? I think that works.
How's your thumb?
How's my thumb? It's a little bit better. Still,
A little.
yeah. It's going to be time, yeah. I actually, that was one thing I thought about this morning, was my thumb feels better. And I forget, because I thought of it in Spanish, but I forgot. I did. Last night, my Spanish, I kept thinking over and over and over, and that's why I remembered the words. Mhm. But today I just thought one time and I don't remember. I don't have the vocabulary that you have. You have a much better English vocabulary than I do. Of Spanish.
Of Spanish.
Of Spanish, yes. Well, you can wait 1 minute. I have to turn on my... Okay, I'm ready. We're going to go back to thinking.
แต่ก็ลงคำศัพท์ที่หลังจากเป็นคนละที่หลังจากเป็นคนละคำที่สิบแต่เรื่องตัวละนั่นนั่นเรียกให้เราเต็มแล้วหัวเรียนนั่นหัวเริ่มเวลา5 ขวบมีผู้ชายดู
I don't know why am I not getting a full screen here.
What does it mean sock? Socks?
What we were
Sock.
talking about yesterday.
The last sentence, clothes shows socks. Socks?
The last sentence, repeat the spoken word.
No. Not the last exactly. Real last.
Okay, what we were talking about yesterday is thinking of getting our minds to think in English, okay? And I found this as I was just researching what to do, with class. And I thought it was a really good exercise for us to begin using, thinking in English. And what we were talking about in the morning, when you wake up, relate what you're doing, your activities, to English words. As examples, okay, the time when you wake up, think of the word clock, brushing your teeth, toothpaste, combing your hair, shampoo, rinse, looking in the mirror, eating breakfast, getting dressed. So the activities that you do, try and think of those activities in English words. Okay? This was another example. Like when you're on your way to class, okay? Think of words like what you're doing, like walking to the bus, getting on the bus.
Fue. What does meaning fue?
Which word you're talking about?
Walking to bus should dial direction, seat, and fare. What does meaning?
Fare is what you pay. Fare is the cost, right?
Cost.
The cost, yes.
The cost.
Yeah, the bus fare. Okay. Okay, during the day, think of those English words for the repetitive activities, right? So, during the day, things that you do every day, because we're trying to create a habit, right? So those things that you do every day, try and relate what you're doing in English. Okay? Next, okay, we were beginning with just relating one word, okay? So I look at that clock, I look at my toothbrush, I look at the mirror, okay? Next, we want to try and use that in a complete sentence. Just like your examples that you gave me this morning, you gave them to me in complete sentences, okay? So, continue to think of those activities, those words, and in a complete sentence, okay? Like with me, yesterday, I'm walking on a treadmill, okay? So I used a complete sentence.
Sorry teacher, can I say, I see one empty seat on the bus? Can I say?
Yes.
I see on empty, is okay?
I sit on an empty seat.
Oh.
Okay? I sit on an empty seat. You can think of, I see an empty seat on the bus. I see an empty seat.
On the bus.
I'm going to sit in that seat. You can get on the bus and think to yourself, there are no empty seats on the bus, right?
I find an empty seat on the bus. I find.
Yes, I find an empty seat. Exactly. Yep. So here's an example. I see an empty seat on the bus. I will go sit there. Okay. And these are all just examples of ways to think using English words. Okay. Is this clear? Does everybody follow the examples?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so how do we begin doing this? I said make it very simple. Okay. Begin with the words that you already know. Okay. And think of an easy sentence structure. Okay. Because again, we're trying to create a habit. We're not working so much on grammar with this exercise. We're working to speak fluent English, right? That's our goal, is to have a conversation. Okay?
Fluently.
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 Yes. Fluently is to speak without stopping, without hesitation. Okay? And use activities that you do every day. Okay? That way, that's the habit. Okay? And then the most important part is develop that daily habit using a complete sentence. Okay? Okay? And everything that I've read about thinking in English, I read a lot of articles on the internet of thinking in English, and every article said that you will speak more fluently without pausing between the words.
Fluently English.
Fluently.
I think it's spoken language. Spoken language is fluently more than
More than another language?
Formal. The formal.
Oh, more than, yeah. Fluent versus formal. Is that what you're...
Fluent about the spoken language. Think and speak fluent English.
Correct. Yes.
Spoken language. That's
Yes.
spoken language.
Mhm.
It's not
Mhm.
the formal language. The formal language.
The-
formal English.
Yes, yes. Because when Americans are speaking, and I know Canadians also, the British, there's I think very many British are more formal with grammar, but I have to believe there are many British that are not formal also, that they use shortcuts.
Shortcut.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So the goal is to speak fluent. Okay. Okay. So here's a couple of things that we could do. Okay. Thinking in English. Okay. You can turn it into a game that you can play with yourself, where you give yourself some credit for doing it, right? If you give yourself some credit, then give yourself a little reward for what you've done every day. Okay? Just count, how many times you've done it and give yourself some rewards. Okay? Leave notes around the house, okay, to remind you to do it. Okay? So, examples, okay? Maybe leave notes on your bathroom mirror with words that you would be using in the bathroom. Okay? So, do you know the little Post-it notes? Okay? the little Post-it notes, or even a piece of paper. It doesn't matter how you do it, but make some notes that, and just, yeah, put them in your room, and that's going to remind you, oh, I need to think in English right now, right? Because we'll forget, we'll get busy, and we're going to think of other things. But if we put some notes around our house to spend 1 minute every day thinking on English, okay? And all of the articles said the best time to do this is when your mind is clear and you're not busy. So the morning is a good time to do it. Maybe the end of the day. Some time in your day we're not real busy, right? There's some point in the day that we could find a couple minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, okay? Do we want to break here?
Yes.
Okay.
ชอบอะไรภาษาอังกฤษว่า
เคยรู้จำได้ว่าเคยรู้แต่ลืมไปแล้ว
บอกว่ามีเอสเดส
จะเป็นทักษะแล้ว
อะไรนะ
เจ้าหลิวที่สอนบ่อย
วันดีค่ะ
พี่ทำอะไรที่หัวจะหลับเกาหลีไม่เอาไม่ที่จดไว้ยี่ห้อก่อนจะต่อทำไมไม่เปลี่ยน
แล้วฝากไปได้ไหมฝากที
สุดยอดเลยว่าเราเองก็คิดได้ไงว่าเนี่ยเดียวได้แล้วที่สุดก็ยัง
เรียนเก่งใจเวลาพูดอะไรแกก็ฟังมากเลยว่าไม่ได้ยินความพูดได้ยินแต่แกไม่ได้ยินไม่รู้มาขายดีสมาธิแกไม่มีเวลาพูดแกก็ไม่ฟังนี่เหรอชื่อมาเนี่ยสเปนมันก็ยัง
มันจะเป็นพวกก็ได้เป็นติ่งก็ได้เป็นพวกก็ได้
ติดต่อมาหาอาจารย์แล้วเห็นก็พอดีเวลาแค่2 วัน
ภาษาอังกฤษก็จะได้
เพลงออฟไฟยิ่งแพงเพลงออฟไฟยิ่งแพง
ไฟเสือมีไฟ
เรื่องของภาษาไทยยังไง
คือมันเป็นออฟไฟ
ภาษาไทยเขียนได้หมดภาษาได้ยังไงล่ะเขียนภาษาไทยไม่ได้กดเขียนด้วย
ก็ไว้เวลาอยู่ในครัวเวลาหยิบแกชอบก็เป็นถามแต่เขานึกไม่ออกว่าพี่เชื่อถามว่าอะไรคิดเท่าไหร่ตอนนั้นเรื่องอะไรได้จะมีชุดในครัวนะมีมีดมีเขียนอะไรพวกนี้นะพี่เชื่ออะไรไม่รู้ฟังไม่เคยเข้ามาเลยว่าที่
ครบแบบ
โมถาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะปัญหา
โมถาพัดเปิดแล้วจะมีคำอื่นหนึ่งหรือต้องไปฉีกแล้วไปฝากเอาไปฉีกแล้วไปฝาก
เอาไปด้วยแล้วไม่หายได้
อาคุยใจได้ต่างโอ้
เราดูเลยได้เอา
คุยใจเลือกเลยเดียวเสร็จแล้วเนี่ยเราหน่อยนะเป็นสวยเลิก
คุยเรื่องนี้แต่ไม่ลงของไฟนี่หรอ
เก่งกันเสร็จ
I had a conversation. I Buddhist, I'm American, and I can get very angry.
Come on, sit here.
เป็นไงหายแล้วเหรอสนุกจัง
Could you tell? Could you tell I'm angry?
Hang up and hang on. You just say
Hang up.
hang up and hang on.
Hang on.
Hang on is mean wait,
Yeah, hang on is wait.
but hang up is stop.
Hang up and stop. Yep.
You say leave the note on the bathroom. How can I know what I write is right? You know.
Well, you can use a dictionary, right? Me, yesterday, with my Spanish, I had to go to a Spanish dictionary because I
You
didn't know.
have only word, you don't have complete sentence. You know what I mean? You know about
Okay.
what I am using is right or wrong.
Well, with me, the sentence that I used Google Translate. Do you use Google Translate?
Sunset is not good in my
It's not good?
yes.
No?
It sounds like awkward.
Okay. Well, I did say use, now let me back up here because I put down, think of an easy sentence structure. Okay.
Try to think about.
So start easy, right? You know, I will sit on that seat. You know that, right? You guys know so much. You guys, you really do. You just have to start speaking. It's okay. I'm fine. No more. No more. No. I'm already all worked up. You know that word? Worked up? Worked up? You know what that means?
Worked up.
Yeah.
Worked up, it means you alert all the time. No.
No. I should not be worked up in class, but I am.
Teacher, I have a question. If you did in the morning, if you did something in the morning, so
Yes.
Right now if I tell you, so it is a simple past or past tense?
If you did something in the
In
morning,
the morning.
it would be past,
Then
right?
It is a past.
Okay.
So is simple past we use in the sentence in simple past or we just say I woke up and I took a shower,
Correct.
and if I say I was wake up,
You would say, I woke up, because you're talking about the past, right?
Okay.
Now, the simple past, okay? Tell me the difference. I don't remember when you say the simple past, okay? That means that your verb changes,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Right.
Teacher,